a horrible situation. There was nothing interesting or exciting about it.
For the first time, we're going to hear from an eyewitness sharing an eerie account with Fox 10 News of a deadly gun battle inside a Mobile Walmart last week.
Yeah, he says he was standing in the same checkout line where the two guys started shooting at each other at that neighborhood Walmart on Government Boulevard. Both of them died at the hospital.
Our Morella Porter joining us in the newsroom now. Morella, the eyewitness telling you everything.
Yeah, that's right. Byron Lenise, he tells me what's sitting in his memory is so disturbing he can't shake it.
It was a horrible situation. There was nothing interesting or exciting about it. It was only a sickening situation. And I hope that I never witness anything like that again.
A spine-chilling recollection from a man who says he saw it all. 44-year-old Shantatus Kirksey and 21-year-old Jacquees Thompson shooting each other inside this neighborhood Walmart Wednesday night. The eyewitness, who didn't want to be identified, telling me he was in the self-checkout line paying as Kirksey rolled his wheelchair behind him.
He would put his groceries on the conveyor belt, and at that time I wasn't thinking there was anything unusual whatsoever.
His account differs from what a cashier told Thompson's family. He says Thompson approached Kirksey and they started talking.
I got the gist that Mr. Kirksey in the wheelchair was telling Mr. Thompson to leave him alone.
At first, he couldn't hear what the two men were talking about, but he says he could tell they were trying to keep their voices down but didn't seem angry, so he never expected what he heard and saw next.
Mr. Kirksey said, "I have my gun, I'm sitting on it."
That got his attention.
I heard Mr. Thompson say, "You don't need it, I have my gun too."
He says once Thompson said that, he saw Kirksey pull his gun out.
In what seemed like a split second, and he was fired 4 shots into Mr. Thompson.
The witness says he darted for safety and heard Thompson yelling he was hit as he shot back at Kirksey.
I decided to run up the aisle, and as I did, Mr. Thompson came around the back of the checkout lanes, and he saw me and he said, "I'm dying."
He says he saw Thompson fall to the ground near the checkout lane.
I walked back out there thinking I could help someone, and I saw that Mr. Kirksey in the wheelchair was unresponsive and his respirations were agonal. So I knew that he was beyond help.
And the witness says something so sad, now ingrained in his memory, is Thompson reaching for his toddler son after he was shot. He says he prays for both of their families. In the newsroom, Morella Porter, Fox 10 News.